want to understand from you, based on this report, well, the government seems to be saying that, exporters have been entering this data wrong. Well, exporters are really crying foul for the longest time. Is this just a procedural issue, or is there more to this?
First of all, the figures which they have given is only the part figures. Part figure in the sense, when the export takes place, the IGST is included as on the total value. Whereas in some cases, it is the differential amount is paid. So it appears that differential amount is taking into account means the fresh taxes which has been paid. But when refund is to be taken place, it has to be on the total amount, total value of export. Hence, there may be some difference in the total number, that 6,500 and 50,000 which is said. We have been to GNPT, and July onward, the total shipping bill pending about 32,000, and they have been able to clear only 2,000. So the value here in GNPT itself is very, very high. But now coming back to the delay, I take back, because I had an opportunity to make a representation on behalf of EPC in the ministry on 18th of August 2016,
Right.
before it was to come. And I made very clear the way the government is contemplating. We are happy if it is done, but our experience is otherwise. When the experience is otherwise, means it will be very difficult for you to give back money within 7 days, 10 days, 90%. They say we have no problem of money. I said no. Money is one thing, procedure is another thing. Now this is what is happening now.
But Mr. Dhingra, you mentioned the big mismatch. I mean, those two figures, 6,000 and maybe nearly 10 times that amount. That mismatch, is there some technicality that everyone seems to be missing out? Where does that mismatch come in? Is it based on the input credits and the IGST and that discrepancy coming in?
It includes GST and also, because the people who have carried over the old, it is cost on the goods. You see, earlier it used to be VAT. The exporter never used to pay anything, and they used to get back. Now they have to pay on everything. So everything is 50,000. Difference is 6,500.
Okay.
But ultimately the exporter has got to take 50,000.
So, but the government has been saying that they've been taking several steps to make this whole filing process easier when it comes to GST. Where do you think that step has been? Where do you think that the effort's been missing, really?
This was also made very clear to the government, that the way they have brought out the total provisions of about 40 returns to be made by the exporters and the traders, it will be very difficult for them to. Now the notification which they have brought out after that number itself shows that how many changes it has come. We are very happy with the government on one side, that whatever we recommend, even I have recommended number of things, it has been done within 2 days, 3 days, and it has gone to the next meeting of the GST Council, and they have been able to do it. Now for exporters also, I must say, they used to be under LUT and bond. Bond used to be supported by a bank guarantee. We made a suggestion, when an exporter is already registered with the council, it should be waived. So they have done it. The second point, the exporter used to buy the goods without any payment of the tax to the manufacturer and make the exports. After that, they used to give proof of export and nullifies. Nobody pays. Now, when it started, he has to pay full tax and then claim back. With our recommendation, now they say you can buy the goods at 0.01%. That's the latest notification they have said. But I understand that implementation of that is also becoming difficult. That who will clear, how it will be cleared, and when the goods are exported at 16, 18, 28%, what will the difference will happen? But 0.1% they have been able to do it. The third suggestion which I made about the manual refund, which they have also started. So we are happy with the government that they are very receptive. But my point is, I have seen today's ministry's press release and all that. There are problems, but it was expected. Now the basic question is, We do not want our export to suffer.
Yes.
We do not want our exporters to suffer. I am afraid because of this delay of 4 and 5 months, number of small shops will be closed. From my experience of about international trade, about 50 years, it takes so many years to create one good, reliable buyers.
Absolutely.
But if there is a financial problem, delays in shipments, anything, the buyer will go up. And then to take back that buyer is a very difficult situation. So my worry is that it has already started decline.
Right.
Shouldn't go further down.
Right.
So money is one of the constraints with at least small, medium. And through this, I would like to make a suggestion, because when the government says they will be able to make 90% refund within 7 days or 10 days. Okay, there are problems, mismatch, other things and all that. Why don't they release 90% and take a bank guarantee for 1 quarter from the exporters?
Right.
So at least they have money.
Right.
Then the cost is very small as far as bank guarantee is concerned. So they'll be able to run the business. The basic question is the money is required.
Right.
So I am going to make a suggestion, because with this, tomorrow itself in writing, that they should start releasing the money. So for all the applications up to 90%, take bank guarantee.
Right.
If it is not payable, take it back.
Mr. Dinger, when it comes to the implementation of such a massive reform, at such a big scale, there will obviously be initial teething issues, technology issues, but from today's development, it just seems, the perception seems to be that the blame is now, the buck is now on with the exporters, saying that, there was something that they were doing wrong on their end. I'd like your reaction to that as well, because that's essentially the development from today.
We were expecting, and the government was also expecting, they'll be getting trouble initially. But nobody, including the government, expected that it will be to that magnitude. That is why so many notifications have come. They have brought down the number of returns, they have brought down the systems. It means there are problems, both the sides.
Right.
Now, I don't say it's a blame game, but they have done a procedure. The procedure says it has to match. And if it doesn't match, they reject. The purpose is not to reject. Purpose is to make the scheme workable. Now, when it is workable, you have to have some magnanimity and make some relaxation. I don't say pay the money even if it is not payable. But pay the money to the extent if payable, it's a minor difference. And if it's not, take bank guarantee and give the money.
Okay, as a last question, Mr. Dhingra, Indian exports haven't been doing very well, especially since, the GST was implemented. And now with a lot of working capital being blocked, do you think there's more pain and
this decline has started, that's what I say.
That is
decline
there in the years to come, in the months to come?
Decline has started till this position is not taken care of. Even engineering also, one time we were 44%, then it's 29%, then it is 16%, last month 11%. So it's going down because small scale sector will not be able to survive. They cannot have the pain of this 5-month refund, which they were not having any difficulty earlier. They were buying at zero. Now they pay it, they ask for a refund, they don't get it. Problems are there, nobody, but it's only a technical problem. Help the people, they'll be able to solve it. And you see, I do agree, it's a huge nation, number of exporters and people. Problems are also many. People are also new to the system. Even with the help of number of consultants and all that, I conducted at least 10 programs for training to the exporters. And I'm sorry to share that number of exporters never gone satisfied, because people on the dais, from whichever department they may be, they were not having clue of so many things on that day. So things we were expecting, but we never expected things will go so bad. But we are happy only in one thing, they are very receptive, they are making changes. None government department has made changes like this. It comes in 24 hours, it comes in 3 days, it comes in 7 days. Notifications are issued, implemented and all that. We are not talking about the 28% and 18% and all that. That's a different ballgame. We are concerned with the export and refund.
Right. Mr. Dhingra, I really appreciate you joining us on Bloomberg Quinn on Prime Time, and of course sharing the exporter side
of
the story. Well, moving on, Chanda Kochar says post the insolvency and bankruptcy code, banks now have enough tools to deal with the NPA mess. Speaking to Bloomberg